Well, hi there. A very good morning to you, wherever you are. You're watching me this morning on the JoyNews channel. It's the AM show and time to update you in the world of sports. A lot happened last night in the English Premier League. Chelsea, with their new jersey, with three in front, drank 3 goals. So we'll tell you about that. Also, I'll tell you how Arsenal, for the very first time since the project restarted playing at the Emirates Stadium, were able to beat Norwich by 4 goals to nil. That was a good result for Arsenal. Aubameyang scoring two of those goals, plus other matches that are played in Italy and in Spain. But we have to start here on the local scene, and good news for Ghanaian clubs because the Football Association, after cancelling the 2019-20 Ghana Premier League season, has noted that the COVID-19 relief fund will be shared among clubs. And according to the FA, they've asked their finance committee, headed by the vice president of the FA, that's Mr. Macado, to go through and advise them on how best to do that. So what it means is that the FA is entitled to $1 million that will be paid in 2 tranches from FIFA. And the first tranche will come, that's July 2020. The second tranche, so the first tranche of $500,000 will come, that's this month. And then the second will come January 2021. And the money, according to them, is to be shared among clubs that compete in the top level leagues. So the grassroots football, that's the juvenile, they will get. There's lower tier leagues, and women's football will get. And FIFA has also set aside $500,000 purposely for women's football, and that's good news. And the finance committee, of course, they have 1 week to submit their report to the executive council for further action. So the executive council will look at that and see the action that they will take in terms of the disbursement of the funds to the respective clubs. But let's still stay with the FA, because they've announced that they've reached a consensus to enroll players in the Women's Premier League on the YEA program, and 480 players will be paid 500 Ghana cedis as monthly allowance for the next 6 months, beginning from July 2020. So that's also a bit of a stimulus package coming in for the women's players. So every player will take 500 Ghana cedis for the next 6 months, starting from this month. Okay, so we're hoping to speak to Media Mayesis Communications Director Patrick Agoto for his reaction on the COVID-19 relief fund that is coming for the clubs, and also how they are taking the cancellation of the Premier League. We are not able to do so. Later when we get him, we'll speak to him. But away from the local scene, let's quickly get to England and check what happened last night at the London Stadium where Chelsea played. Okay, we have Patrick Akoto on, so let's quickly go and speak to Patrick. Patrick, thanks so much for joining me this morning on the show.
Thank you very much, Benedict, for having me.
One time. So, Patrick, first of all, you guys were doing very, very well until the league was suspended. Now it's been cancelled. And, by the rules, Asante Kotoko, of course, would have to represent us in Africa. But you guys were in a very poor position to win this season's Premier League. How do you take in all these?
Well, we find ourselves in a very difficult situation. It's clearly a decision that was beyond the Ghana Football Association. And so we welcome the decision to cancel the 2019-2020 season. In as much as it appears quite disappointing, clearly the uncertainty surrounding the coronavirus shutdown made it practically impossible for the season to continue. We had as many as 19 more matches to clear. There are no guarantees and safeties in this era of football. So we have no difficulties at all. We respect the decision of the Executive Council, and we are okay as a club. We have no difficulties. I mean, the human lives are more important in this era. And if you look at the fact that in the build-up to this decisive decision from the FA, it had always been anticipated that football clearly was not on the radar of government at the moment. So it was expected, and we are not surprised that the FA had to finally decide to annul this particular season. Let's go. We are ready to regroup, rebound, and do battle in the 2020-2021 season.
And as you say, the hijibijis of the pandemic caused what we are in now. But I mean, good news for you guys in terms of the COVID-19 relief fund that is coming through. The FAA has directed the finance committee to look into that.
I don't, it's a welcoming. I don't even know why we need a finance committee to advise the GFA. If the money is available, it's just split it for the various clubs. I mean, the Premier League clubs, the Division 1, the women football are waiting for the cash. We know the coordinate, Benedict. We know the figure. They should just get a calculator and then split the money for the club. So it will ease the financial burden of some of the many clubs that are struggling under this COVID pandemic. I don't think we need a finance committee to advise on how money should be shared among 18 Premier League and 48 Division 1 clubs. All you need is a calculator, and then we are good to go. So, but it's a welcoming news. We appreciate that from FIFA and by extension by the Ghana Football Association. There was no need for any finance committee to sit on anything. It is a very straightforward matter. The money has come. Let them split the money so that we can be eased.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much for your time this morning. So that was Patrick Akuto, Communications Director of Media Mercy. Always, lovely speaking to